Do you think environment protection is important? Most people will answer yes. Now try to imagine. You get up late Sunday morning from last night struggling with final paper or handover with friends. You open Seamless on your phone. 30 minutes later, dim sum from Chinatown are in front of you on your table. But have you ever think of the plastic bag in your hands for 10 minutes might be inside the stomach of a baby dolphin in the ocean next month? Maybe not. In this final project, our goal is to make people take action to protect the environment. In order to achieve that, we create this interactive learning experience to make people realize there is a gap between what they think in terms of environmental protection and what they actually do. The learning targets are people who often order takeaway food, but ideally this learning experience can be reached to anyone who has internet access.
With that in mind, our strategy is first use a free ramen offer as an incentive to attract users to fill out questionnaires. The first questionnaire directly asks what users think they will do to protect the environment. The second questionnaire is a chat. Users might think they just fill out a normal takeaway order to get their free ramen, but the questions here are secretly linked back to the first questionnaire to record what they actually do in terms of environmental protection. Then, with the collected data, we put the contrast in a radar chart in front of the user's face, trying to make them realize thinking does not equal to doing. Then we provide some tips for users to protect environment through small changes in daily life. In the end, we show a video. A mother whale carries that baby with her for days after the baby died. The death of the baby whale might be caused by drinking its mother's milk poisoned by plastic particles in the ocean. This content is selected for the relatedness to users and hope to inject empathy.
Now we would like to share with you the problems that we have confronted during coding. So let's change back to editor view. The most significant problem is that at first we didn't know how to get the value of the data from users' answers, then how to add the value together, and finally how to illustrate it in a radar chart. Later on, we asked a friend and he provided us a solution using an array to save the answer's corresponding value and then add all the values together. So as you can see here, this is the function how we calculate the score of the answer. Here we set up a score array and then we will check whether the questions is from the this question list, the questions default, and then for every questions of the questions list, we will check whether the user check it or not. And after that, they will check the answer, which category it belongs to. So then we can use parseInt, the methods to change the strings into numbers so we can edit it together. Another problem is that we are confused about how to structure our questions and options so we can better make use of them from the very beginning. As we progressed, we learned from Jean's code and structure our data as follows. So this is how we structure our data. We put questions and answers all together. So therefore, as we arrange in this way, we can create a reusable function to publish them. Last but not least, even though we have difficulties in carrying out our project and ask help from friends, we did seriously try to understand every line of code by taking notes and think about how we can solve the same problems next time.
So the current project is just a simple design showing the gap between people's assumption and the reality. This is of course the core of our plan. The effect will be amplified if we provide the contrast between their performance and average performance in the area they live. We didn't make it for lack of valid data. Another limitation of our project is the lack of objectivity of the data. For each category, we just choose one question for representation, thus may not reflect the reality. For future iteration could assess people's actual change of their attitude after this experience by letting people make their choices about ordering once again. For example, to record the change of manners. Besides, for more educational purposes, we could provide more instructional content after showing the gap. Last but not least, we could think through the actual context this design is situated and make the transitions from questionnaire to ordering system more natural. Since our design is targeted at users' attitude, a more delicate and embedded design will be of great importance. Thanks for listening.